All right. Looks like we are good. The stream is back up. Okay, sorry about that, guys, for those that are watching live here. So I'm going to do the intro real quickly once again, and we'll get right into it. All right, so... All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of this Cast Me coming at you. I am Breaky CPK, of course, and excited to be here casting, well, a Cast Me. For those that may not know what it is, it's ! Cast Me in chat. I'll send you the link, as well as click on the link below if you're watching the VOD here. Basically, it's a service that I provide where I will cast a select match of yours from really any game that has a possibility to do it. I'm willing to go after. But, of course, Dota 2 is obviously the biggest one, and this being a Dota 2 match in front of us. So this one also kind of a little bit special because this is actually a Battle Cup match. So it's kind of that tier. It's not necessarily a full-on pub, but it's, we're not talking about top-tier competitive play either. I'm not exactly sure which tier it is in with that said, but... looking forward to this one. It should be some fun here, and excited to cast some Battle Cup action. So let's go over the lineups without further ado and who's playing what. We have Ice Blast playing the Phantom Lancer here. Spice Alley on the line. He's going to be supporting that Phantom Lancer. Excited to see the PL. It's personally a favorite carry choice of mine, and we don't get to see it often. And I understand why, but excited to see it here and how he does for Ice Blast. Pepsi Man playing the Bristleback. This is a hero that really has taken off lately with recent patches, but so no surprise there. He's playing in the offlane with Turgenev on the Ogre Magi. Interesting lane partnership here, but they definitely have a lot of harassment potential, so we'll see how that comes into play. And then McDonald on the Quap here in that middle lane. On the other side, we have TheRealMorbid playing the Lycan. He's going to be doing some jungle Lycan action. This is some pretty classic stuff right here. Has the early Iron Talent, so keep an eye on how he farms. We have what is that? Samurai Nasuros? Sure, we'll go with that on the Shadow Shaman here, supporting Sir AZ on the Terrorblade as the carry. We have Papa Smurf playing the Axe down here in the offlane. Then Yo-Yo on the Lina in that middle matchup against the Queen of Pain. So pretty aggressive heroes going at it in this middle matchup. This is something that, when especially patch 7.06 came out, with the changes to that middle lane, adding that extra creep, getting 6 that much quicker. Heroes like this, heroes like the Quap and the Lina who really want to get 6 ASAP and perhaps can set up some kills earlier on. Not that we weren't seeing them before, but it seems like that we definitely are starting to see these even more. Specifically the Queen of Pain, actually. And she's going to apply some harassment to the Lina right here. Lina choosing to go the bottle first build, by the way. So very interesting with the item decision right there, wanting to get that regen right off the bat, but Queen of Pain kind of taking advantage of that because as soon as that bottle runs out, then you're pretty much good to go. Obviously, he's not nearly as many stats, and you can pretty much just right-click war him down, it feels like. So, seems like Queen of Pain playing very smart. In fact, First Blood's going to be coming out right here onto Yo-Yo. Coming out from McDonald, that is, playing the Queen of Pain. So, yeah, very good start for her. And again, it goes back to, that's what happens when you go bottle first. It's in practice, it may seem like, or I guess on paper, it may seem like a good idea because you get that nice heavy regen early on. But unless you're really connecting every spell and using full efficiency right there, the lesser stats is going to be painful. And then as soon as you run out of those bottle charges, it's like, well, crap. And on top of that, Queen of Pain's a very good rune getter compared to someone like Alina. Of course, Queen of Pain, one of the best in the game, simply because she has that blink ability. So it was a very ambitious decision here by Alina, and now falling behind, she actually gets a ring of regen to follow this up. So she's going to try to get her soul ring ASAP right here, but I almost want to say the boots might have been nice to have in this matchup, with the mobility of Queen of Pain. But, continue to keep an eye on this middle matchup. So far, Queen of Pain definitely dominating, 13-6 as well as that First Blood. Lina currently only 5-2, so having a difficult time. As far as positives go for this Dire side, well, not the greatest going on. I mean, I guess Lycan's actually doing all right. He actually has his early headdress going on. So we'll keep an eye on TheRealMorbid here with that Iron Talent. He's doing some jungle Lycan. How's he building, by the way? Is he getting Howl? No, he's not going the Howl either. I mean, obviously it makes it. If you're going to jungle, you have to get the Summon Wolves. Going the Feral Impulse, that for himself will be better. Not getting the Howl, though, kind of sucks because, obviously, that could be very beneficial for the whole team when it comes to the laning presence. But going for a little bit more of the greedier build instead, and we'll see how that kind of continues to work out for him. Obviously, down there. The top lane, seems like Bristleback's having a pretty, well, I guess Creep Farm is not the greatest, but they are harassing the hell out of Terrorblade. He saw some old chat coming out earlier on. Terrorblade, let's have that poor man shield earlier on to try to help with that, but Both him and the Rasta having some difficulties. Middle lane, by the way, Hastroom popped on Queen of Pain. She's going for the kill. One more auto attack should do it. And down goes Yo-Yo. So well played by McDonald right there. Just simply runs down the Lena. And now he's going to find a nice little double damage rune. That spawns at the 4-minute rune, and he's going to head right to the top lane. Uh-oh. Rasta, you in trouble, dog. Yeah, out comes the Poison Tick. And with a Shadow Strike even. I'm thinking Dazzle right here. Anyways, a couple of auto attacks with that double damage rune should easily get the kill. He's going to shackle it up. Be like, no, don't kill me. Yeah, it's not going to happen. God, that'd be a smackdown kill if I ever saw one right there. Too bad there's no aggressive taunts in Dota. R.I.P. smackdowns. No, but well played by Queen of Pain right there, running down the Rasta. And this Queen of Pain is going to be a very, very difficult to deal with a start like this. You got the bottom lane, Phantom Lancer. Also seems like he's doing pretty damn well. Not that it's that surprising in the matchup here. He has a line partner. They're going up against a solo Axe with really no assistance. So as Ogre top lane, Fraction comes out, or Reflection even. Oh, the last tower hit did not go off, though, in Ogre Magi. He's going to be able to salve on up. Answer 5. So good attempt right there, actually shackling him in tower range, but just not enough. And he is able to run away as a result. So good for the Ogre down there, but Phantom Lancer, yeah, going to be interesting to see what he goes for. He does have the early Ring of Aquila, of course, but in the early Magic Wand going to be coming out. But will he go into the Diffusal Blade priority? Always really seems like a good item choice when it comes to the Phantom Lancer. Top lane, that was just a ambitious shackle. I mean, Terrorblade's not really the best follow-up to a roster when it comes to a support, so yeah, that's what kind of makes the lane a little bit awkward, too. Usually, if you're going to be running a Shadow Shaman support, heavy support like this, you want a core that could really follow up aggressively. Something like an Ursa, honestly, comes to mind. You know, with those Fury Swipes, if you're shackling and locking somebody down, he just comes in with the Fury Swipes, adding those up. He can easily set up a kill. Or another stun follow-up, you know, kind of core hero as well. But Terrorblade, not really either of those. He kind of just needs to farm a lot in the earlier game. Bottom lane Axe, he's just going to harass a little bit right there with the Battle Hunger. God, that mana drain. So much freaking range, man. Going to burn through the mana of the Axe. Uh-oh, Queen of Pain coming in with an Arcane Root, actually. Sonic Wave is ready to go. She is taunted up. Does she want this kill? She does, but she's not going to chase. It was a good job by Axe right there. Taunting up, also giving him more armor, and making it very difficult on Queen of Pain, especially with the creep wave just coming right there. All the timing was perfect. So that's huge that Axe survives, because that's one less kill that they give up to the Queen of Pain. As well as Axe able to at least stay alive. Has those Tranquil Boots and working towards, I'm sure, an eventual Blink Dagger here. We'll see if he goes for an extra or not. But meanwhile, TheRealMorbid, he's got his own Ring of Basilius finish now. And again, it seems like he is doing a pretty good job here in the jungle. They really need him to be a shining star here, because across the board, not looking too good for the Dire team right now. As middle lane, that was another kill onto the Lena. This Queen of Pain absolutely dominating this middle matchup. 4-0-0, 3 of those kills on the Lena. She does have her own infused raindrops too, just in case. Looks like did Lena ult it? Oh, Lena's not even level 6. Wow. Level 8 Queen of Pain, level 5 Lena. Top lane, what was that about? Actually, that was bottom lane. TheRealMorbid is able to run down line. It looks like did use a shapeshift to get that kill. So missing that action and watching kind of going over the middle lane right there. But that's run down and good use of that shapeshift as soon as he gets it, really. So yeah, the applause comes out from the other side. But yeah, this Lena not even level 6 herself. That just really stings, man. Top lane, Terrorblade. He'll be fine. Bristleback. Choosing to go the power treads earlier on. Usual seems like that Vanguard, if anything, and no doubt another would be a great item in this game. Crimson Guard. I've always been a huge fan of Crimson Guard, and it's like a perfect item for a hero like Bristleback, and you do have a lot of right-click presence here on the Dire side, so I think that could be an item that would be fun to see prioritized here from the Bristleback. And actually, yeah, look at that. He has it queued up, so he agrees. Not that that was the craziest call ever, but Lena, meanwhile, trying to go for a Rod of Atos first item. She went the early Soul Ring after the bottle first purchase, and now going the Rod of Atos. I mean, Rod this game is actually pretty decent against a hero like Queen of Pain, but I don't know. It also feels like she's almost going to be playing as support Lena moving forward. I mean, maybe that's just the intention now with the struggle of the start man, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still needs a lot of farm even for that item. But Radamatos will kind of bulk her up a little bit too. You could argue is pretty nice. A Yules would be pretty good this game for the purge of anything. And to see extra survivability too, but Radamatos provides a little bit more aggressiveness, I guess you could say. Top lane, Terrorblade. Does he have a Sunder? He does. He's got a Sunder on the Ogre match, actually. And all of a sudden, Ogre's like, crap, I did not expect this. Images are conjured and trying to run him down. Bristleback just spamming those quills, trying to fight back for his teammate, but it's not going to happen. Sonic Wave, though, comes out, and down goes Terrorblade. Queen of Pain in perfect portent. RealMorbid's going to hold his ground. The Shackle actually on the Bristleback, though. Kind of the wrong target right there from the Shadow Shaman. So Shadow Shaman definitely going to fall, as Pepsi Man on the Bristleback will finish the job. But at least the RealMorbid gets on out of there before too much else happens. And the sad trombone. That's so perfect as far as what just happened right there for the Dire side. So here is the early Vlads, by the way. Keep saying early. I mean, 10 minutes into the game now. Speaking of that, let's switch over to the net worth. But Vlad's solid pickup there. Axe trying to live at the bottom lane. That's 1400 gold saved up. Trying to get that Blink Dagger. It's if he dies right here, then that's going to sting. But actually, he will survive the Doppelganger chase. Not enough from Phantom Lancer. And manages to limp away right there. So good job surviving. And keeps the idea of that Blink Dagger a much-needed reality here. That's going to be the key item for this Dire side once he gets that Blink. But I guess in this, do they really have the greatest follow-up? The slow start from Lina. I guess Lycan, once that Shapeshift cooldown's back up, ready to go. Perhaps. He did get a point into Hell, by the way. So at least has the 1 point value there. Definitely good for that purpose, especially at nighttime. Hell, at nighttime, even at 1 point, you're looking at, what is it? Healing 100 life to everyone on the map, as well as increasing everyone's damage by 20 for 13 seconds. I mean, that's definitely pretty damn good. Terrorblade top lane. He's going to be run down. Axe coming in, though. Battle Hunger applied to Bristleback. While Terrorblade just continues to juke and jive. You see Bloodlust going out to Bristleback. Here comes Queen of Pain. Going to be taunted up, though. And now the Metaform activated by Terrorblade. Oh, boy. Don't know about that one right there. He ends up going down shortly after. And now Papa Smurf, he is in a lot of trouble. He's going to be taking out double kill for the Ogre Magi. That was just disaster all over for the Dire side. They slow down the Blink Dagger. They kill Terrorblade on top of that. RealMorbid is going in. He wants this kill, but it's a very ambitious dive right here in his part. He does have that flash to kind of heal it up, and it's keeping him alive. He gets a kill right there. The Laguna Blade snipes out Bristleback, but it's not enough for the kill. Dragon Slave's also not enough. The Wolves are chasing him down with his back turned. I don't think they're getting this kill. And it looks like Pepsi Man will be able to survive. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain jumps onto Yo-Yo right here. The Sonic Wave comes out even with the Scream of Pain and enough damage to take her out before Lina could get the return. Bottom lane Lion is actually able to take out the Rasta. Is that a Finger of Death? It looks like it. That was a bit of action picking up right there on either side. But definitely favoring the Radiant once again. Again, that Lycan's decision, he got the kill and got out, but it kind of did cause other teammates to try more, especially that Lina. Obviously ended up biting her in the ass right there. Also not the greatest use of her Laguna Blade, as she ended up using it on the Bristleback right there. And, well, he survived. So he's well on his way to at least the Vanguard here. And, of course, the Crimson Guard to follow. Papa Smurf, about 1,500 gold saved up, so the later Portal Key, or Blink Dagger, excuse me now, but better late than never. A couple of bracers finished on Lina, so is working towards finishing a full-on Rod of Atos here. Bulking up about 1,000 life currently. Terrorblade, though, it's really just can't get much going. He is way down there on the net worth, 7th overall in the game. Not good for a safe lane Terrorblade on your side. So, I mean, you look at the overall net worth, it really continues to be a case of Lycan needs to do very well. Meanwhile, down here, another death on Alina. It's probably good she didn't get the Bloodstone. Don't have many charges at this point. Granted, she probably wouldn't have even had it by now, to be fair. RealMorbid trying to run down Lion right here. Takes their spike. Sitting at the Shrine healing up, though. Is he going to really commit to this? I mean, in the back lines, actually, Queen of Pain, she's going to have to blink away, kind of dealing with the supporting cast. So he just got the kill on a Lion, and then he actually runs on out. So he's making very good use of that shapeshift. He really knows his limits here. Does the RealMorbid actually on the Lycan. So it's very impressive to watch. And Definitely the biggest reason as to why this isn't a complete blowout of an early game. It's a 3,000 net worth lead right now, obviously in favor of the Radiant. 2,000 or so experience lead looking good for them.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Is that a Sunder? That was a Sunder at the top lane. He's going in for the skill with the meta activated, but it's not going to be enough, and now he's have to do it with this bristleback. Oh man, TerraBlade. Another ambitious decision right there. He ends up going down. And Papa Smurf, yeah, he needs to be careful. I'm surprised bristleback turned. Like he could have just kept going. In fact, he is going to keep on going. An easy double kill onto the axe right there. So that was all because TerraBlade went very aggressive with that Sunder. Ends up not only biting him in the ass, but also getting his teammate killed on top of that. So 13-4 lead in favor of the Radiant now. You also saw Queen of Pain denying it looked like the middle tower during all of that. Rasta, he is level 6, but he doesn't have mana for his wards currently. Maybe try to help with a hold right here, but not going to be an aggressive enough of a tower push. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Phantom Lancer's been quietly doing his thing, and he is going for the priority on the Diffusal Blade early on with the Power Treads and the Ring of Aquila, but now that Diffusal Blade is going to be coming out, so something else that just this Dire Side is going to have to deal with. And you see Bristleback. That's another problem with Shackles, actually, against a Bristleback, especially if he's running away, you try to shackle him. It's like you still need to then get in front of him, and it's so difficult. They're going to hex him up right here, but he's just running down the TerraBlade. Nothing more they can do. And one more Quill Expansion. He doesn't even have the mana. Not even necessary, though. The auto attack damage is plenty with that Warpath buff added up. But now here comes Lycan yet again. He runs on in with the Shapeshift. Gets the kill. Sonic Wave in the background. It's 2, though. And Shadow Shaman getting low. But Queen of Pain takes the Laguna Blade. However, not nearly enough damage to do much to her. She more than survives through it. Look at the tread swapping going on as well, using those bottle charges. Ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of the Radiant. Still has his haste. Queen of Pain, by the way, went an early Ag Scepter. Didn't even really talk about what she was going for. But has the Ag, so as a result, that cooldown of the Sonic Wave, only 15 more seconds. She's going back in, actually. Shadow Strike applied, only level 2. Oh, there's that blink, though, coming out from Axe. Catching Queen of Pain somewhat, avoids the LSA right there. And we'll just blink away instead. So had the Sonic Wave ready to go once again, but deciding best not to go out for it. But yeah, we saw the Laguna Blade going on to the Queen of... That was opening with the Laguna Blade, basically. Just seemed like it tickled her, really. I mean, she does, especially with power treads set to strength. Yeah, it's over 17,000 or 1,700, excuse me, or so. And you see what she does right there against the TerraBlade. Just enough mana to secure the kill with the Sonic Wave use, and TerraBlade just simply cannot get anything going. So he's going to almost be like a walking Sunder at this point, and it's going to really continue to fall on Lycan here, who actually chose to go Necronomicon. He currently has level 2 of it even. Let's bring that up earlier. That's a little curious to me with how this game is going. Necronomicon is always going to be a decent item on a Lycan, I feel like, but it's also really going to insinuate that you just want to continue to split push. And maybe that's what they do need, to be fair, but especially with the struggles of TerraBlade, I think you could argue he could have gone more of this. I'm going to be in the right clicker build. Things like the Basher, the BKB, the eventual Abyssal Blade. I know Solar Crash can even assist with that, although it's died down a little bit lately, but you get the point. It's this run at you right clicker, where this is more of the tower pusher, more of the solo game hero instead. So it's just him committing towards that route, and we'll see if that works out for them in the long run. Is level 3 being delivered? Really, geez. He is farming very well. He's keeping up with the Queen of Pain, which is almost a little surprising. Speaking of that, Queen of Pain trying to get a couple of kills down here. Not enough damage, though, actually, as the Howl even comes out. And will heal everyone up to make sure they stay alive. So, and now Lycan's chasing, actually. He's running down with the Necronomicon level 3 out. Oh, if he gets a kill on a Queen of Pain right here, that's huge. Blink coming in 1 second. She will be able to use it in time. Can she still avoid, though? Another blink in 2. Yeah, she's good. See some Spirit Lances coming out meanwhile. And TheRealMorbid, the call comes in from Papa Smurf with the blink. They take out Queen of Pain. What a turn right there. He baited them all along. And good assistance from the Axe. And now Phantom Lancer in a lot of trouble. Being run down. Just so many minions to deal with. And Axe, no call even needed. The Coaling Blade just cuts right through him and secures the kill. And then there's the Serpent Wards put down. So tower push on top of that. So you know what? The Necronomicon suddenly looking very damn good for the Lycan right here. He overtakes the top on net worth. And that was huge. I mean, this is still a lead for the Radiant side, no doubt, but talk about things being slowing down all of a sudden. Bristleback does have his full Crimson Guard now finished.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I guess this is where the lineup is kind of a little funky here for the Radiant side. You have a hero and Queen of Pain that wants to just be go, 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 you know, aggressive, looking for kills constantly. You have Bristleback who wants to do more of a groove up and push. And then you have Phantom Lance here that actually, you know, wants to farm quite a bit more. And so they're having trouble finding where they want to be in this game now. There is a pick up on the Terrorblade. And actually Rasta also going to get picked off here. So that's a couple of finds, maybe staying a little too long if you're the Dire side, especially with Lycan not really being there either. But Lycan does have another 1,800 gold saved up. Curious to see what he goes for next. Something like an AC eventually is a very good item pickup, I feel like could be. Lena still sitting on this couple of bracers, trying to finish that Rod of Atos. Actually just going to finish the Arcane Boots now first. And then just finish the Rod of Atos after, perhaps. And then you have Terrorblade again. It's nothing. Really just can't get anything. Just needs to finish that Dragon Lance at least to get some better stats here. But 20 minutes, not where you want to be at all. Here's that group up and push, though, now coming out from the Radiant side. Shadow Shaman Ward's coming up in 5 seconds here. I wonder if he's going to look to maybe use it to try to push them back, but doesn't seem like it, actually. Off to the side, what's this about? Queen of Pain going in, actually gets called up, though. The calling play was a little bit too early, but it doesn't matter. They still get the kill at the end. That must have been a Sunder use right there, and sure it was. On to the Queen of Pain, so she goes down. Crimson Guard put up, though. Now Terrorblade, he's on the run. Trying to get away. That's not just keeping him in check, though. The stun, the double multi-cast coming up from the Ogre Magi secures that kill. Bristleback spamming the Quill still. With that Crimson Guard buff up, they get the kill on the Axe. That's a result. But you look at TheRealMorbid in the backlines. He got one kill. He's going for another on Ogre. Gets a double kill as a result. And continue to do plenty of work by himself, really, in a lot of ways. You know, it's 3,400 gold safe. Jesus.
That's for me.
Well, it looked like such a strong start for the Radiant, but that Sunder on the Queen of Pain clearly caught him off guard and allowed for the early turn and then kind of set up the end result there of, well, I feel like he could definitely give the favor to the Dire because sure, Terrorblade died, but Terrorblade didn't act for that matter. But really, if Lycan's staying alive, that's what matters. And he's 8-0-2 right now. And what did he just buy? He just got his Desolator, jeez. So now he's going to also start hitting very hard with his right clicks if he wasn't already. He's level 16, so he, what did he choose to get? 200 health, and then the 12 feral HP reach. That's insane. So he has 22 HP regen from those from the talent and the ability alone. Jesus.
Worthy tribute.
And that also works for his Necronomicons. Yeah, that's interesting. No, sorry about that. Had a little sneeze going on.
Regeneration.
Queen of Pain as the Orchid now coming along after the very early axe, which she definitely made use of. I mean, she was getting kills and using that Sonic Wave very aggressively, but obviously needs more now as the game is progressing on to continue to be relevant here. And Orchid definitely a good item for that, but at the same time, Orchid's a little awkward because unless you get it off on the Lycan before he shapeshifts, which rarely is going to happen, then it's not going to do much against him. And he's kind of the factor right now. He's kind of the dangerous thing right now. So I almost want to say a Scythe would have been a better priority to go to. As Lion kind of just feels like running on into them. And now Lycan's like, all right, you want to run it into us? I'm going to run right into you. Background, you got Queen of Pain chasing somebody, but you see Lycan, he's just going to run down the Ogre. I mean, that's a sure kill, so we'll go over here real quickly. As they're going to take out the Bristleback. Queen of Pain is in the trees. Not sure what that was about. That just fell apart right there for the Radiant side. Just like that, 3 kills in favor of the Dire. And you have Queen of Pain just still kind of chilling here. Oh, she got spotted by a creep, but they don't care. They just want to push the tower now. And they're going to do exactly that. Phantom Lancer, what is he going to do by himself? Just simply a Diffusal Blade, and, well, he's Phantom Lancer. isn't really the biggest threat for counter pushing here. So that's easily a secondary tower kill, and it's amazing to me how much this game has turned by Lycan alone. I mean, yes, the blink on Axe has definitely been helpful, but Lina and TerrorBlade were really struggling at the beginning of this game. I mean, you look at Lina even still. You look at these items that he has 24 minutes. This is a mid Lina. Yeah, not good. TerrorBlade, the same story, only a Dragonlance, but you know what? Because of the openings now, the farm is going to get that much better. And you see Queen of Pain trying to chase down, but we're getting to a point in this game now where she can't get these solo kills nearly as easily. In fact, she's in trouble. The blade mail comes out from Axe with that call, but out comes the Crimson Guard to return, and they are going to end up killing Axe as a result. TerrorBlade, the Sunder out. Just going to simply help him keep alive a little bit longer, perhaps, but another Diffusal Purge. And that should be enough. The Hal heal is not going to be enough to save him. And so he still will go down. Bristleback maybe once more. Decides it's best not to dive that far. Maybe he will. He's going to go in onto the roster right here. The Earth Spike comes out, but Lion goes down. Now Lion is in a little bit of trouble. Takes the Sonic Wave to the face, but he's like, you know what? I still got plenty of life healing up with the Vlads. They don't have nearly enough of a right-click presence, so he'll just actually run it off and pops a Shrine back here. But 3 kills in total coming out for the Radiant side. So nice pushback, but oh, there's a kill on a Bristleback. The Necronomicon's running him down. And that mana burn on the Necronomicon, no doubt, very useful as well against a girl like Bristleback. Actually enough damage to take him out. So well played right there from the real Morbis. And he is now 12-0-2 in this game. With another 2,500 gold saved up on top of that. So good fight there overall from the Radiant side if they do get the secondary tower push middle. But again, losing a Bristleback for it. But it goes back to the Queen of Pain. And really the Phantom Lancer as well. Neither one of these heroes right now, I mean, Diffusal Blade's useless against a Lycan. Both for the mana burn and the Purge effect. It's obviously not going to do anything to him. And then he got Queen of Pain. With the Orchid, like I said earlier, unless you get him before he shapeshifts, which is very rarely going to happen as the fight's breaking out, you're better off getting something like that Scythe. Or even like a Rod of Atos, to be fair. Just something to root him in place, something to really crowd control him. But they're not really prioritizing that, and I feel like that's going to be a massive issue because he's the one that not only has allowed them to stay in this game, but arguably have a lead of sorts at this point. He even has a freaking basher now, so yeah, this is what I was talking about with being more of the right-click threat. You know what? He is now, so the fact that he has a level 3 Necronomicon on top of that is just nice luxury and proving to be the better choice looking in hindsight here. So definitely the work cut out for them here on the Radiant team. You do look at the supporting cast alike, and that's where it is a little concerning because Axe, TerrorBlade, Lina, they are all, 5th, 6th, 7th on the net worth here. So definitely behind by quite a bit. But TerrorBlade with that Sunder definitely can help get kills. It's on the Quap earlier. He'd be the kind of the biggest concern that maybe he's not going to farm it. Him and Lina, to be fair. Lina, okay, she finally is going to have the Rod of Atos here shortly. Just needs the pattern here. Axe, meanwhile, getting caught. Ross is going to try to help, but that might just be a save your teammate syndrome. He's going to walk away for now, but I was going to say, there's no way he should be able to get away from this. Actually, buyback coming out from Axe. Wow. Can't go on tilt here for the entire side. So Rasta and Axe go down. Axe buys back into really nothing here.
Bottom tower
See Queen of Pain using that Sonic Wave. I keep wanting to say the Sonic Scream. The Sonic Wave to the Creep Wave. If you have an Axe, that's just fine, of course. But without the Axe, you maybe don't want to be doing that. Lion has to blink himself. He also has level 2 ultimate. Maybe they're thinking about doing a Roshan here. They still have the top secondary tower, but are going to fall back. Not the greatest Roshan killing team. Meanwhile, the other side, Lycan could definitely do Roshan pretty quickly himself, even. So I think, yeah, the dark side definitely feels like it might be going on. They're going to scout out, realize that it's not happening. Going to hang around in the area now. But Lina does have the Rod of Atos finished. Being somewhat of a semi-support Lina. Because of how the game has taken her. TerrorBlade has the Yasha now, working on the Manta style, so Terrorblade again is starting to recover of sorts here. Axe kind of just charges on in. The Orca comes out, the Sonic Wave in the face. Here comes a doppelganger from the Phantom Lancer. Finger of Death to finish off the Axe. TheRealMorbid is being locked down, needs to be careful. His teammates are not really close by, but guess what? They are lacking the lockdown. That's what I was stressing earlier. And so he just kind of walks away in the shapeshift form, or so runs away. Without those hard stuns landing onto him between Lion and the Ogre, he's able to get away every time like that. So losing Axe hurts, but could have been worse. Still, though, you do look at the lead right now, and it's actually growing to, well, right now, once it updates, it will be the biggest lead for the Radiant side, about 7,500 net worth experience in that 2,000 or so range at this point. So they're going to be pushing Tier 3, at least try to get the Tier 3 tower kill, and then maybe to go for some shrines there. Don't think they're getting racked. Sonic Wave, not sure what that was about right there. Coming up for the Queen of Pain, but he's shackled up actually as far as War Trapped really, so she's getting a little bit low. Cryptic comes out though. Legitimately not enough damage initially, but one more auto attack is going to be able to blink away just far enough. But here comes another shapeshift from Lycan. He wants to run down that Queen of Pain especially. He'll take what he can get though. Maybe get a bash proc. Look at that damage, man, on a Phantom Lancer right there. 635 crit coming out. And he is running after him some more. Doppelganger used. Multi-cast just simply to lock him in place. There's no way they're getting a turn kill, though. Out comes the Necronomicon and now Bristleback. He has to be careful. Axe, he comes in with the call. It's only the Ogre Magi, though. Up here, meanwhile, Shackles locking up Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer will go down. As now you see Ross, he's a little bit too far pushed up. Another Sonic Wave will finish the job right there. But at what cost for Bristleback? He goes down as well. And a 2-for-1 in favor of the Dire team here. So Lycan continues to play so smart, so safe, really. Yet he's still doing plenty at 12-0-4 in this game. I know I keep going back to him and praising him, but really, he is definitely the absolute #1 factor as to why they are in this game still, and they hold right there at least. Tier 3 does take a little bit of damage there. But again, with all that praise, you still look at the big picture and technically a lead for the Radiant team at least.
Horn of the Realm.
Double damage rune going to be picked up by Lycan.
Double damage.
My guess would be that Abyssal Blade next, actually he's got an Ogre Club here. Wonder if he's just going to be going the BKB next. See, I don't know if BKB is really that necessary priority though, because as we've seen in these fights, he has so much free mobility. It feels like. And the slows aren't affecting him, of course. Lena, Aethelend's now being worked on. Once again, maximum range here. How's Lycan going with the talents, by the way? He's level 20 now. 15% evasion. That over the cooldown reduction. Ooh, I am a little bit surprised at that. I mean, 15% CDR with the Necronomicon especially, let alone the Shapeshift.
Gold for me.
Don't know if I like that decision. But, I mean, 15% evasion at the same time, it's obviously very good. But, again, I go back to, has he really needed survivability more so this game? So I feel like he's getting a little bit too defensive here with both the 15% evasion talent and now a BKB on top. Excuse me, on top of that, but to each their own. Obviously, what he's been doing so far has been working out beautifully, so a little difficult to criticize it. Bristleback, his own Solar Crest finished. Queen of Pain did get a Lincoln Sphere, by the way. But again, another item that's not going to really help deal with the Lycan. What is Lincoln's going to be good against this game? I guess Sunder's the big thing. Laguna Blade, of course, from Alina. But then they have a hero like Rasta that can remove it. Really, any of his abilities, he'd be glad to take that off. Especially the Electric Jolt. I almost want to say something like an AC themselves would be beneficial. In fact, speaking of that, they do have Bristleback with the Crimson Guard and Solar Crest now, so they definitely have some supporty armor items. AC wouldn't be a bad option to have either. Excuse me. Meanwhile, they take out Roshan. You know, the dire side is just going to sit back at base, actually, playing it very patient. Knowing that they get caught, push out of their base one by one, and that's really could end the game here. So they want to make a point to defend their base. We'll see what kind of stand they're able to have here. Crimson Guard used very liberally right there. In comes the Shackles. The ward's down as well. Axe with the call. Locking an Ice Blast. Doppelganger goes off at the last second. But no, but the Dragon Slice hits and secures that kill right there. Meanwhile, Lycan running in the back lines as you would expect. He takes that line. Now he's going for more. 4 staff away from the Ogre Magic. Only for so long, though. He's not going to be run down. So he puts a stun actually on one of the Wolves right there, kind of panicking. And he eventually does get run down. McDonald on Queen of Pain. Staying nearby somewhat. What's going on over here? That was actually the Aegis on a Bristleback. I'm surprised he picked it up, by the way. Didn't really mention that. And Blademan almost actually turns to kill the Rasta. But actually will survive and pops the Shrine. Meanwhile, Lincoln's pop on a Queen of Pain. She's barely staying alive over here. Running away from the Necronomicons and everyone else. But now, the meta form. Sunder's still even ready to go. Not even necessary. And down goes Bristleback. A beautiful hold, to say the least, for the dire side. That worked out perfectly, really.
Radiant's bottom tower
And that is now more fun for heroes like this Terrorblade and Sonic Wave quick clear and then poured out. But this Terrorblade's going to have a BKB now finished coming up. So he's actually, once he gets the BKB especially, he's going to be
money to burn.
start to be a pretty decent threat. And then the threat of the whole split push idea starts to come into play the longer this game goes on as well. Obviously with how well the Lycan's already doing. I just looked over at my dog and she is just derping on the floor right now. I wish I could get a picture of it right now. Anyways, distractions. 4,600 gold on Lycan. Would love to see that AC. Or I guess the Abyssal Blade wouldn't be a bad option, but that's where actually the Lincoln Sphere is pretty nice for Queen of Pain. It is a way to prevent the Abyssal Blade from going off. Although I guess technically he could take it off with the Mana Burn first from the Necronomicon Wizard there.
Mine. Selfish.
But perhaps because of that, if anything, maybe just full-on AC would be pretty damn good here. Granted, though, that does kind of continue this defensive trend. Although he never went the BKB. He's sitting with the Ogre Club. Yeah, what is it going to be? Maybe he did change his mind. Maybe he realized that would have been a little bit too defensive and not necessary. He's going to be fouled right here. But again, after the second stun, they don't have another one. He's going to be able to run away, pops the Shrine, and they could possibly look to turn this. Reports coming in from Axe. TheRealMorbid is like, all right, yeah, now you don't have your stuns right now, and you're going to try to go for some kind of turn, and everyone retreats on the Radiant side. So, yeah, even he really, especially after what just happened right there, he got caught out by 5 heroes, and he was able to shapeshift and get away. That's why I kind of like AC too. There's a lot of physical threat, more and more adding up on this Radiant side between the Phantom Lance, between Bristleback and whatnot. And even Queen of Pain, obviously, to an extent. Quite a bit, frankly. But it also enhances his own damage by a lot. On top of that, when he is able to stay nearby, getting that many more auto attacks in. He's clearly trying to decide, though, what he wants. Meanwhile, smoke, wraparound from the Radiant. Opening right here, Terrorblade. Maybe the first target. Rasta jumps in return in the back lines. Blanket goes right for the line. It's going to be hexed up, though. So you see it a little bit, but again, no threat of dying himself. He's still going in line. And basically, a couple of shots later, goes down pretty easily. And Queen of Pain, meanwhile, dealing from a distance, just trying to stay alive herself. Ogre Magi goes down. Very disoriented fight, it feels like, from the Radiant side. Now, Bristleback just got to charge in Sonic Wave to help finish off the Axe right there. He's dead for a full minute with no buyback. So solid pick at the very end, but again, they lose both their supports as they're trying to push in right here. Terrorblade still has his BKB, in fact. The full 10-second duration. Metaform also currently still up for a little under half the duration left. Eighth Lens finished on Shadow Shaman. Doesn't he have a talent, too, that also increases?
Haste.
Oh, he didn't get it, though. He went the XP gain. Okay.
Gold for me.
So with that 200 life. Queen of Pain, by the way, level 23 as they do retreat. Under more attack range now, 12% cooldown, 25 damage, so okay, interesting there. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed going to get the 70% lifesteal. Spell lifesteal, that is, at level 25. Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer's been very quiet this game. This is one of the biggest reasons, though, I feel like Phantom Lancer is just not a hero we see too often. It's just when he happens to be picked, this is a game. This is like a typical game for him where it's just like, kind of like there, right? As a player, I'm sure it's really annoying, but you know, as a spectator, it's just kind of hard to tell what he's really doing this game. It just doesn't feel like a lot. He is going to be working on an axe, and I kind of like that decision because Queen of Pain is definitely a lot of your physical threat. Bristleback as well to an extent. And axe will just kind of help spread the magic presence, I guess, and cause even more confusion, a little more crowd control. Although it moves slow, I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know, what I'm thinking about now, maybe it's not. Maybe I would rather see him go more physical threat. Maybe this AC himself wouldn't be a bad option. Bloodthorn finished on full on the Queen of Pain. Level 25 on Lycan, and of course he gets the 15-second shapeshift duration. So he's going to have shapeshift for a good 33 seconds here. So, but again, if he had the cooldown reduction on top of that, it would make it what, like a, would it make it like a 50-second? I want to say around there. Cooldown rather than 60. So that's where I kind of look back at the level 20 talent and be like, 15% evasion, yeah, nice. But at that point even, too, he really wasn't needed for surviving. But now he has that to go with an AC, which he does finish, so I like seeing that choice there. He's not fully slotted. He still needs the Abyssal Blade, and it has to do something with his Ogre Club. I mean, obviously there's the BKB, but what else can he make with like a full-on Ogre Club? Echo Saber. Everything else would be kind of meh at this point. So he doesn't need to use the Ogre Club. He could sell it and buy something else, of course. But I don't even know. I really don't think a BKB is necessary. So almost would rather see him sell that and go for another decision here. Hell, refresher. That's more of a backpack item, though.
Money changes hands.
So despite these holds and everything, it seems like we've had a lot of positive from the Dire side, but really the net worth charts and just how the game is flowing, it's actually a lead for the Radiant. It's been a lead for the Radiant pretty much this whole time. So I don't know if the Dire could necessarily be really moving out and playing aggressive. I think that's where their downside of the lineup is coming into play, where they're just so invested in this Lycan that everyone else can get picked off pretty easily. So they really want to just make a point to stick together. I mean, granted, this Terrorblade is getting a lot bigger now. He's working on finishing a full life. Scotty here. Bit of ways, but he's overall, well, he was third. He's bounced between third and fourth net worth now with Phantom Lancer. He still has the 10-second BKB. He's had that for a good 5-6 minutes here.
Illusion!
Yeah, Quan.
There's an axe finish on Lion, actually. Really? Huh. Blink into axe for the support line here on the other side. It's only level 2 still, but that's actually kind of an interesting decision here. Making it that AoE style. And it increases his damage, yeah. 1025 at level 3. Not too shabby. Don't know if that was the best choice. I think things like 4 staffs. It's more supporty items. Arguably would have been overall better. I don't know if they're lacking this burst damage necessarily, but 2 each their own. I have Scotty being worked on Phantom Lancer. Axe. Oh, he blinks in on the Quap. So I'm coming in, so breaking out with the fight right here. Blade Milk goes up. Quap will blink away herself. Earth Spike hits Rasta. He's running in. Axe is going to be picked off later, though. Puts that Laguna Blade on it. Queen of Pain is now going to run down the Lena, realizing that she's out of fire. Power Hex on a Pepsi Man as he's trying to walk away, but Lycan in the midst of this, still doing so much right click on the back of the Bristleback. So 3 for 3 exchange so far. Bristleback trying to continue to run with his back turn, but Lycan, he just does not care, man. He is so beefy. He ends up with a triple kill throughout all of that. Sunder wasn't even necessary for Terrorblade. Now Queen of Pain, she's still nearby, but I mean, she's not getting this kill, so I don't know what the plan is. In fact, yeah, she's going to be double tying herself. Shapeshift, luckily for her, wears off at the last second. But there is no way Queen of Pain could man up against this Lycan. I don't know what she was thinking there. And a double damage rune spot at the 44-minute mark for the Lycan on top of that. Another 4,700 gold saved up. Really should just finish that Abyssal Blade in full. And then think about getting his last item after that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
Although you can't really say last item ever since the backpacks were introduced. I love that. You know, AoE Finger of Death weave clear.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Queen of Pain going in, but simply going to harass Terrorblade as he's walking away. Did he even use the BKB? He did. He did use the BKB last fight. So somewhat of a chaotic fight, but Axe just making the decision to just start it. But Queen of Pain got just so distracted trying to kill the Lina that whole time. I mean, she eventually got the kill, but I don't know how many more times I can say this, but it just literally, they do not have an answer for this Lycan. Nothing. They can't slow him effectively. All their cores have solid slows. Obviously, that doesn't work with the Shapeshift, though. They're relying on their supports to stun, and he's going tunnel vision on the supports and killing them off right away. So this lineup just really isn't built to play against a Lycan, a farmed Lycan especially. And that's where you need to transition, though, with items. That goes back to the Orchid instead of the Scythe. You know, things like this line here, going to Ags instead of the Force Staff, or even the full-on Scythe himself. Phantom Lancer, Zaya Scotty really the best choice. I think you could have argued Basher into Abyssal Blade himself would have been fantastic here. Or that AC, as I mentioned earlier. So they're just not really reacting to this Lycan. They haven't been the whole game, and it's something that they're just going to have to, you know, accept, and that's just, I don't know if they can win. I mean, 18-0-8 Lycan here. And they haven't even gotten below half-life, it feels like, in these last couple of fights. And now he has a BKB, so he does choose to finish. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I think it's just unnecessary. He's proven time and time again in these fights that he just doesn't need it, but I think that's almost I happen to have an Ogre Club, I might as well just use a decision, which is a little silly. Could have sold that, instead gone for, I don't know what, see, that's the thing, I guess. I mean, he could have just gone like straight up MKB here. Is that a BKB? Wow. BKB pop by Terrorblade, alright, that seemed a little unnecessary. Didn't really catch the beginning of that, but with how things were shaping up, it wasn't necessary. Ice Blast, he's finding himself in a very deadly spot. He's going to go down. Bash comes out and he falls, so not sure how that all really kind of started, but 80 seconds now for the fin. Uh-oh, oh no, Queen of Pain blinked into the cliff, and she goes down a second later. It is falling apart here for the Radiant side. So Lycan, the BKB not even necessary. That last fight even used to charge it already. But yeah, he could finish that Abyssal Blade now. Not that it's even necessary either. But you could just kind of feel the game falling apart for the Radiant side. And again, other than this moment right here at around 24 minutes, it's never been in favor of the Dire for the net worth. That's going to change here very shortly, it feels like. It's down to 1,900, the lowest it's been in a while. They're going to go for Roshan. And this will be Cheese being the second one, of course. We are also having the 40-minute rune spawns at both areas as well. And then there's the Terrorblade, who we're talking a lot about Lycan, but now we're at a point of this game at 48 minutes in where Terrorblade eventually has found the farm. And he's not fully slotted by any means, but he's scary himself. In fact, he gets the Aegis and the Cheese. I decided to pass it up, giving it to Lycan, and hey, which I get. Again, he's 18-0-8 in this game. Not dying. They're going to go right for tier 3. Just look how fast they siege the pace here. Queen of Pain choosing not to buy back, and I think that's a massive. That's a bad decision. You have to buy back here for Queen of Pain. She's just going to remain it out, wait it out, and they're going to lose the racks pretty easily as a result. Lions run down to the base. And Lion fights back, but Queen's Bane still has 5 seconds. Those are 5 seconds that are so crucial, though. The Rax goes down, and they are going to get the turn kill on Rossdale at least, so they get something out of it, but Terribly goes right for the top lane. Lycan will fall back. Again, without a shapeshift, he doesn't really want to commit towards a fight right there, so.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Queen of Pain. Don't know what the plan is here. Just to kill himself. He's almost going to do that. That blade mail return almost killed himself. He's lucky that there was no shapeshift on Lycan up just yet. 2 hits from him, he would have been dead. But again, the winning condition right now for the Radiant side, it's just it's so hard to find any, despite this game and how it's been such a lead of theirs up until very recently. In fact, now it has dipped in favor of the Dire side, of course, that middle push, 3,200 net worth lead. Now with the Rax down in the middle lane, needing boots and co-op. I don't know if that was a mistype there or what. Wait, he doesn't have boots. I just noticed that now that he said that. He literally has not had boots this whole time. That's funny.
Haste.
He does have 6,400 gold saved up. What, was anything on the courier? Staff budgetary.
Invisibility.
Slowing down the Shadow Shaman axe here. He's going to buy Moon Shard, yeah. He's going to eat the Moon Shard, get the Desolator back in. So, again, really at this point, you buy a Refresher, stash it on the backpack, and you're good to go. Mjolnir finish on Queen of Pain. Back as Shiva's picked up. So despite that middle Rax going down in favor of the Dire side, they continue to play very defensive right here. But as I say, this Rod of Atos catches Phantom Lancer.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Doppelganger will dodge the Light Strike array, though. He's going to keep running, but Axial catch up to the Queen of Pain. Lands the Berserker's Call, and down she goes. And now another Doppelganger from the Phantom Lancer, but he's not going to get out of this one. He's kind of just, he's acting like he's another, well played right there by Phantom Lancer, actually. But no, he's going to be caught by Shadow Shaman, who hexes him up, shackles him up, and makes a call to his teammates that they need to get the hell on over here. And they're going to do just that. Can the Doppelganger in time? Yeah, Manta, Doppel, bro! He had a lot of Doppel there. And he got called up and dead. Even with it, though, he probably still gets right down. Meanwhile, top lane, Lycan's running in. The creep wave, he has his another shapeshift coming up in 7 seconds. And this could be a game-finishing push right here because, yeah, Queen of Pain's, wow, this definitely could be 55 seconds for Queen of Pain. You have 70 seconds for Phantom Lancer. No buybacks to be had. There's no way they're defending this. Lycan could literally press R and just charge the base. I was a little surprised he's not. Are they really going to fall back? Come on, guys. Come on, go back to your bracket. Like, Alright, here we go. Here's the possible final push. Crimson Guard, of course, protecting the towers now as well a little bit, but easily going to be tower kill. Can't even kill Lycan. Well, that's why you should really adjust to that, bro. Just saying. Anyways, Rax goes down, and that is Mega Creep, so that should be the final push of the game, and the Battle Cup victory going to be looking good for the Dire side right here. And well, they have everyone, or they have all the things need to go to the real Morbis, no doubt. 20-0-12. Could even be more if they get some more kills in this overtime right here. Pepsi Man just trying to walk away. They're having fun with it. Oh no, Lycan's dead! Oh no! Lycan actually died. Oh, that's brutal. That sucks. 21-13. Okay, now he's not as good as I thought he was. Meanwhile, ultra kill for TerraBlade. Alright, GG's being called though, and it looks like it is going to be official. The Dire side will pull through with the victory here. In the Battle Cup, so congratulations for them. Feel good moment, but again, Lycan display, no doubt, the main reason for winning. But, you know, even with the talk at the end there, like I said, there's decisions that were made by the Radiant side, or lack thereof, that's kind of, this is a good example that you have to make adjustments in games. You can't just go this cookie cutter style or, you know, what you just feel like you want to. You're trying to win the game. I mean, they needed to deal with the Lycan, and they refused to buy items to help with that.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
I guess they're just going to let it play out. I thought it was going to end by now. They're just having silly fun, though. Lycan, I'm surprised they didn't buy
Radiant's
back.
ancient is under attack.
That Lotus Orb reflection. They really keep it in this game.
Radiant's ancient is
the
under
guard's good,
attack.
man.
Dire
All right, GG. There we go. It is actually official, and Dire is victorious. So congratulations to them. Moving on, OG victory. Her name was OG. That's funny. Well, that was our Cast Me guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you would like to have a Cast Me done yourself, type !Cast Me in chat. Follow the link and follow the instructions there. I really do appreciate it. Any support helps. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time. Hey guys, Breaky CPK here, and I'm excited to announce my new service I'm offering called Cast Me. Have you ever wanted to have a hype caster cast one of your games, however haven't had the opportunity? Or how about you were just looking for ways to get your team more exposure with a professional feeling broadcast to help? Well, now is your chance, as I will cast a select match of yours, either replay or live, for each of the following games. Dota 2. Possibly get, but of course that's going to be wearing off. There's one Ravage. Remember, has a second one. Two still used. Storm Spear flies back in the background. They catch Fed actually at Half-Life. Fed is going to drop right there. The Sunder not even used actually by Monkeys Forever here on the Terrorblade. That Metamorphosis, they do kill the melee racks, but at what cost there? CSGO. Peeking. Flame is down. They're right on top of him. He jumped on top. Twist goes down. Lekro gets that kill on a Weber. Drop. But Lekro will fall to toss it. And of course, Han. There's the demo jump on a Behemoth. The Shockwave still goes off to the eruption, but he's still alive. Earth Shatter, meanwhile, is up from Parallax. He does get caught in the Arcane Vortex, though, from Moira. Andromeda will go down. You do see no. For prices and more information, just check out the website, thegoodgeekwife.com, and go to the Breaky CPK Cast Me page, or just click on the link provided.